Hello everybody, it's Jim the Gentleman Crafter, and yes, I'm yelling. Guess what? Look what I got in the mail today. I've been waiting for it! Yay! Thank you, Carol. Anyway, it's the We Are Memories Keeper envelope punch board. It makes envelopes. It's awesome. If you remember some of my posts from CHA, this is one of the things that I really remembered because I really loved it. I don't know why. I love it, but I love it. And y'all gonna love it. Anyway, I'm gonna walk you through kind of what it is, what it does. So the first thing is that it's got a punch here. This is kind of what it does. This punch here does the divots in here in the center of that right there. And then this side here rounds off the corners. Okay, cool, huh? And then it scores it. And so here is the onboard bone folder that goes with it. Okay, and then this cool table that shows you what, if you kind of go and find out what kind of card you want, use this reference, and then you cut the paper down to whatever it says to cut it to per your card, and then you score it on the score line, which is here. Okay, so I'm gonna do it real quick for you. I've been having a blast playing with it. You can tell I haven't even gotten out of my work clothes yet because I wanted to try this out. So anyway, let's make a 3 by 7.5 inch card. Cancel. Let's do a 3 by 7. Okay, it's an 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. Only because this is what the paper I've got right now. That I want to use on this. So it's going to be 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. So it says for 3 by 7, paper size to cut is 8 1/2. Where am I at? 3 by 7, paper size to cut is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. I'm going to score it at 2 3/4. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my cutter, my trimmer, my personal trimmer as I call it, and I'm going to make this 8 1/4. Let me move out of the way. 8 1/4, right? 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. 8 1/4. This way. So it's a square. It's always going to be a square. 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay. So then it says to score. Sorry. To score for that size card, I don't have my glasses, and here they are. Yay. Okay. To do this, I need to score 2 3/4. Once again, this is all on here. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to find 2 3/4, and there's 2 3/4. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch. Okay? And then I'm going to drag out. This is what I should have gotten in the first place. There we go. I'm going to drag this out and I take the score bone folder. And you can kind of feel there is a channel in here to come down and do that, okay? So I've done that. So now I turn my paper and I line up this point here with my score line, okay? So I'm going to turn it back around so I can see it. So I'm going to line this up with the point to the score line, and I'm going to punch again. And then when I've got it, I'm going to take my bone folder and score that line, and then I turn it again and line up the point with the score line. I'm going to punch and then score. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing, keep going. So the only time you really need to find that one measurement is at the very beginning. And so I'm going to line that up, and I'm going to punch, and I'm going to score. Okay, and I've got it. Okay, so that's going to be my envelope. And once again, that was for a 3 by 7. Okay, so the next thing I do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it back here, and I'm going to punch around over the corners. See how it rounded over that corner, right? They rounded that over. Okay, and then I'm going to do this, and punch, punch, and last punch. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is it's going to be probably a lot taller. I'm going to have to cut these off. I should have showed you a smaller one because you're going to have to cut these off. But, okay, so since we're on this one, let's do it. So take this and fold it over, and I got this wonderful, handy dandy, love this bone folder from scrabadabadoo.com, and it's just great for your hands. I mean, it feels good. You know what I mean? So I'm going to reinforce my fold there, turn it, and reinforce my fold there, and turn it, and reinforce my fold there, okay? And so I know that I want to take this off. All of these, almost all the envelopes have this little lip that I can't stand, and you could probably tape it and tuck it under, but I want to cut it off. And it's usually a really round number. So I need to take off, let's see, 1 3/4. So we'll grab my thingy and take off 1 3/4. Let's see. That is probably it right there. Okay. Right there. Y'all see how that kind of lines up? I'm taking it to that angle, kind of right there. And then I am going to see, this is going to be over. And it doesn't happen on all of them. So I'm going to cut that down probably about, let's see, probably the same thing. Let me see. Let's do 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to take that down 1 inch. And that would be my envelope, right? So I'm going to take some tape and open this back up and take, I'm just using some score tape. You could probably use something like, oh, you know, those runner things. So I'm going to do that, and over here on this one, right there, and then I'm going to pull it up, I think, with my finger, there it goes, and this one over here, and then I'm going to take this down and I'm going to fold it over, and there's my envelope. Cool, huh? Fast. So let's do another one just because I'm in the mood. Okay, let's do, how big is my paper? Let's go 8.5 by 8.5. So I need to make a 3 by 7.5 inch. If my card was 3 by 7.5 inches, I'm going to cut my paper to 8.5 by 8.5 and score it 2 5/8. So I'm going to get this out and get my paper, and I know it's already 8.5 inches wide. So I'm going to do another 8.5 this way, which brings me back to my square. Okay, and then what I'm going to do next is, it says to score it at 2 5/8. Yeah, 2 5/8. So I bring this over here and I'm going to go to 2 5/8, line her up, score it down. Okay, oops. And then I'm going to take this, line it up. Oh, you know what I didn't do? So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go back to 2 5/8. I'm going to punch, and then I'm going to go back over here and line it up and punch. Then score. Okay, line it up, punch, score. Okay, and then over here, line it up, punch, score. Okay, and it's done. So I'm going to take this and put this in here. Oops. I want to do one more. I want to show you a 5 by 7, something that you don't really have to cut that much. And we'll go from there. So I'm going around my edges. Oops, I've already done that one. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put in my sides first with my trusty bone finger, like that. Pull this side in. This would be kind of like more for like a money envelope, maybe. Okay. I didn't get that too good over there. Oh well. Okay. So I need to cut off around probably 2 inches. 2 and a, well, 2 and 1/8. So I'm going to cut off 2 1/8. What if I can go this way? So 2 1/8. Hold on a second. 2 1/8-ish. Okay, and then tape. Okay, these are weird sizes, but let me do like a 5x7 for you in a second, because it comes out pretty too. So I'm going to put some tape there. Oops, tape there. And tape here. Pull the backing. Pull the backing. Bring this over, put it down. And bring this down, and I'm going to have to take off, let's say, about an inch and an eighth. So I'm going to bring my cutter back over, take off an inch and an eighth, which is right about and down, and cut. And there's my envelope. Cool, huh? So let's do one more. Okay, so I'm going to do, let's do it in black paper. Okay, so I'm going to do like a 5x7 because it comes out looking gorgeous. So I'm going to need to cut my paper. Oops, I'm going to have a bigger piece of paper. Let me grab a sheet real quick. Okay, I'm grabbing paper. I wonder if this is wide enough. What is this? Well, let's say it's 8.5. Oh, I already did that. Okay, hold on. One moment. Black paper, where are you? Or any kind of paper. So much paper. Okay, this is navy actually. Navy works. So for a 5x7, I want to do 9.5 by 9.5. So 9.5 by 9.5. Okay. And then it says to score it at 4 inches. So I'm going to bring this back over, and I'm bringing it up to 4, which is right there. And I'm going to punch, and then I'm going to take my bone folder, I'm going to score. Okay, it doesn't go out all the way to the edge. And then I'm going to take this and line it up and punch and score and line it up and punch and score. Oops, sorry y'all. I can't drive. And then put that there and line it up and punch and score. Okay? And then I'm going to take it, I'm going to round over my corners. They call this the reverse punch. Round over the corners. Okay, and then I'm going to take this, grab my bone folder, reinforce the fold, turn that one in, bone folder, reinforce the fold, bring this one up, reinforce the fold, and this one needs to be cut down around 1 inch. So, I'm going to take this, open it back up, go over to, line this up here, put it over to 1, and cut like that, and come back over here, oh, my pillow, and add my score tape here, like that, another piece over here, like that, oops, and then pull my tape backing, and then put this down on that, like that, pull this over, and I've got a greeting card size envelope. Isn't that awesome? So it's just neat. So anyway, think about cool mini albums, y'all. You with me? Okay, so that's that, and I just wanted to show you all that. Once again, we are Memory Keeper envelope punch board. It's got onboard storage for your bone folder, and it just goes in there, and you stick it away, and it's pretty thin. And that's the punch, and that's the envelope maker. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great night. I'll talk to you later. Bye.